You're tuned in to Real Labs Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chair tonight, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It is Wednesday, the 21st. I want to make sure I had the right date, and you're listening to a brand new show. My name for tonight is 7 o'clock on the dot. Yeah, that's to show my love for Usher, who's dropping a new album.
Can I ask a question, Ken?
Yeah.
At what point are we gonna have to band together as men and whoop Usher's ass if he touched one more person's woman incorrectly, bro?
Hey, what? Hey, that other voice you hear is the very unemployed James John.
Oh, I am
James. We can't, bro. Have you seen the episode of Boondocks when Usher
you right.
Mr. Dubois?
Right. Yeah, man, you're right.
I don't want no parts of Usher. If hold up now, depending that we getting Boondocks Usher, I don't want no parts of that. Now we getting the Usher that Chris Brown and them beat up.
Oh,
I might whip his ass.
Yeah.
But hey, man, I don't blame Usher,
bro.
I blame the women. You get off me. I'm married. That's what you pay him. Let me tell you something, dog. You saw the video, right? When Destiny Child brought all the dudes on stage.
I saw.
And was dancing on them.
Yeah.
Jane, you married man, bro.
I'm a married brother. 30 years.
Beyonce bring you on stage and sit you down. You getting your ass up and walking off that stage.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I would not get my ass up, walk off the stage. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be snatched off that stage. You're gonna see a Spanish woman in a house coat and slippers if you don't get your ass up.
Man, I blame the women. That's y'all fault. If Usher walk up you and start singing, you gotta be like, hey man, you can sing to me, but you can't be all on me, dog.
Yeah, you can't sing on me though. Like Usher, flagrant. Like, you know what should have happened at Super Bowl? The referee should have came out, threw a flag and blew it. Flagrant.
Yo, hey, Usher be on them like they at the club.
Yeah.
Like Usher bought you a drink and like, look, I bought you a drink. I got to kick it with you at least 2 or 3 songs. You buy a girl drink in the club, you get 2 or 3 songs.
That's how I work. That's normally the club.
Usher like, look, I get at least 2 or 3. Usher took the whole CD.
Bro.
Usher there for the whole album, bro. Usher there for the interlude, the intro.
Bro.
He reading the lining of the CD.
but here's what I'm learning though, Ken. If you are R&B singer, you smooth, you get away with murder,
bro.
Nobody say nothing. Everybody like, hey man, y'all know the game.
Ain't nobody say nothing.
Ain't nobody say nothing.
But it's funny because I think also it depends on the spouse.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you 3 stories. So I watched this Facebook video where this dude's doing pranks in Walmart, right? Walks up to the lady, say, yo, you beautiful, and gives her the phone number, like, call me. And she with her husband, young, he like 20, 21, 22 years old. And the dude like, yo, slap the number out of the girl. Hey, yo, that's my, cuss word wife. The dude like, yo, my bad, bro. And the dude tried to fight Buddy in Walmart.
Wow.
So that's that husband.
Okay.
Then you got a husband named Ken Miller, who we at Walmart at 11 o'clock at night. This dude pulled
Wait, you in the spot? It's 11 o'clock?
On the dot in the Mitsubishi drop, bro. This dude said, hey, man, black dude. Old black dude. Old black dude.
Owen, yeah.
He said, hey, boy, I ain't seen a woman that fine in my life. Talking about Sean. Hey, man, let me tell you something, boy. I've been married 40-some years, but my wife ain't that fine. Hey, boy, it's cheaper to keep her. Yo, don't break up with her. I'll come find her. And I was like,
funny.
Thank you, my brother.
That's in our culture, in our community, when an old dude says that to you about your wife, that's the biggest compliment in the world.
Bro, story 3. That's how you can tell different men. I remember, man, before my lady, it was a lady. I said, ma'am, you are very beautiful. It was a dude standing next to her. He was like, yo, that's my wife. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, bro. You got a very beautiful wife. I don't care what you tell, bro. I was like, what? Dog, what?
Bro,
I can't.
I'm paying here a compliment.
Hey, I could be like, hey, ugly. Hey, with your fat, ugly ass. That's what I could have said. So I feel like men are like, if you out somewhere and a dude walk up to you and be like, "Hey man, you got a beautiful wife," you like, "Hey, thank you." I
Yeah.
appreciate it, bro. But some of these dudes like, no, son,
Insecure,
you ain't
bro.
about to, you ain't
Yeah,
about
that
to,
that
bro.
insecurity. What you think gonna happen if we compliment your woman? She gonna be all of a sudden be like, you know what? I need to leave him for you.
Hey,
No.
hey, look, what? Take your ring back.
Hey, tell the kids I said bye.
Bro. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, call him up. Hey, put your mom on the phone. Bro, I was like, thank you. Yes, I have a very beautiful wife. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, thanks, bro.
Hey, speaking of wife, mine came here to see what we was talking about. Like,
oh yeah, Sean will be up here in a minute. She probably down there cooking dinner. She here listening to what we talking about, texting me. Yeah, you better tell him I look good.
Chicken all burnt up.
Yeah. Oh man,
that's
dude.
funny, man.
Bro, you always crazy, man. I was gonna bring this up. I was hoping everybody's gonna hear. Of course, Miguel ain't here. Miguel got to work. I don't know if you guys know this, but Miguel is on the space shuttle, the Cybertron. Optimus Prime is running for president, and Miguel is gonna be doing his fundraiser. So that's why Miguel
he won't be here tomorrow because he's actually on tour tomorrow with Taylor Swift because he's an honorary Swiftie. It's gonna be him, Taylor, and that Kelce dude. They gonna be on tour.
And not even Travis Kelce, the brother. Not even Travis, the brother.
That's funny.
Hey, I was laughing today, man. I posted the video last night of our Fox 35 clip to promote the show, the clip from last night, which is, thank you guys for watching. They're doing very well. Bruh, my brother gonna comment talking about some, wow, you on Fox News now?
Oh no.
Wow, bro. Wow.
No, yeah, people want to know.
First of all, it's an affiliate.
Yeah, first off, okay.
First off, it's an affiliate. Second off, I'm trying to win an Emmy. Third off, what your ass doing?
Yeah. And third, Hannity ain't that bad. Okay.
Okay. And we ain't talking about Sean Hannity. We talking about Darren Hannity, who I went to high school with. Yo.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So I had to tell my brother, I said, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It's a blackity black station. Because a lot of the anchors on the show are black women. I said, it's not what you think it is. I said, some of these local Fox, I mean, they fall under the Fox umbrella. But I mean, we ain't on there buying gold shoes.
No, and I'm gonna say this. My man Art, he got some soul in him from somewhere.
Man, let me tell
you for real. He know every rap lyric from the 90s. He know every rap group for some reason. I don't know, man. I think he used to be a stick-up kid.
Yo, son, 100%.
Yeah, bro.
100%, man. So that made me laugh, bro, because my brother like, no, you on Fox now, bro? What I need to know?
Yeah.
Hit me with the wow.
Bro. That's what you're doing out here. That's what you're doing in the streets now. Yeah, man.
What I need to know about you, bro? Like, what are you talking about, man?
When you said he's like, hey, when you said you was going to an all-white party, I didn't know you meant that.
Wow, bro, that's
wow. Crazy. Hey, with Black Filkita, wow, like they can't believe what you about to be doing.
But at the same time, I know my brothers, and I know they messing around. They just super proud. That's bro. I had one of my brothers, my baby brother, hit me up the other day and needing something, and I couldn't help him. You know what I mean? It was one time I could help him. He was like, man, it's all good, man. I know you're gonna get back on your feet because you my hero. So I know if you ain't got it, I know the world broke.
Bruh.
Woo! If I ain't got no money, I know the world broke.
Hey, Ken.
The world.
I'm gonna need you to pass me a life jacket because we in the same boat.
James, the world.
The world, bro.
He said, I know if you broke, Kenneth, the world broke.
That's right. Because I think you like me, I'm the sibling that just no matter what position I was in, I always kept some change in my pocket. You know what I mean? I was I was like, hey man, you need that? I got you. Okay, you need a little help? Yeah, I got you. But, woo, bruh.
Yeah, I do. It tickled the hell out of me, bro, when that dude said the
The
world
world.
broke.
Mm.
Not, hey man, we broke in America. My brother said, "Dang, bro, you ain't got no money." I know all the banks ain't got
bro. Oh, I wanted to bring something up to you, Ken, because I think you can relate because your wife is a woman that's always out and about doing events and stuff like that, and she loves to celebrate birthdays. So I got one of them social questions for you. It was going all around TikTok, Instagram. You probably saw it, but I was beside myself how I saw women react to the video. Have you seen the birthday video, Ken?
No.
Okay, here's what it is. This dude, only guy with all these women, it's a birthday celebration for his wife's friend.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You've seen this one.
Yeah.
Okay. 8 people there, I say, right? Around 8 people there. They're all having a good time and they all are eating and having drinks. Now, at the end of the dinner, the check comes and the guy turns to the waiter and goes, "Hey, it's her birthday. I'd like to have the bill split between me, her, and I'm paying for my wife," meaning I'm gonna pay for the birthday girl because it's her birthday, and I'm paying for my wife. When he says that, one of the girl has a stank look on her face and looks at him like, and she gives him the wow, right? The wow. You gonna split the check when you're the only man here and it's a table full of women? You gonna make us pay? He's like, yeah. He goes, "I'm not married to you. That's my wife, and it's her birthday." Then the birthday girl starts getting into it, like, "Really? You gonna split the check?" Then she turns to this man's husband, the birthday girl. "You gonna let your man just split the check?" He's like, "Wait a minute. That's my husband. Okay. When y'all get a husband, he'll pay for y'all." Bro, and they were actually upset with this dude because he wasn't willing to pay for the entire table of women because he was supposed to, according to these women, because he was the only guy there. I just want to get your opinion on this, Ken, because I know what my opinion is.
Yeah. Now, me and we've heard this before, and no, me and Sean talked about this before. If something like that happens, I'm paying for my meal. I'm paying for Sean's meal. And then sometimes whoever the birthday person is will pay for their meal. If they're, if it's one of her single friends, then they ain't got no dude. No, I ain't paying for everybody. Secondly, I already told my wife, if I'm the only dude there, don't invite me.
Thank you.
If I'm gonna be the only guy, I don't even want to go. Don't invite me if I'm gonna be the only guy. But I've seen this one. The other one I seen, James, is the dude got invited out. His homegirl invited him out to a party with friends. He said he got like a salad, some chicken, drink, and he said everybody was doing lobster, steaks, bottles. He said, "I see where this is going." He said he went to the bathroom, paid his tab, and came back, got his Uber and dipped. His friend like, "Where you at?" He said, "I paid, I'm good." But everybody, they split it evenly. He's like, "I ain't have no steak and lobster. Why am I paying splitting evenly and I ain't had no steak and lobster?"
Nope, I had a burger. That's all I had.
I had a add chicken.
Not even nothing to add up with it. Just add chicken.
I'm like, why would I now? Yeah, so first of all, my wife is straight up not gonna let me pay for no whole table of women, period. Like I said, probably the birthday girl, not no whole table. Secondly, if it's just me, if I'm the only dude, because before we go, I'm like, who gonna be? Is any dudes gonna be there? And she checks to see, and she's like, yeah, so and so gonna be there. I'm like, I roll. She's like, I don't think it's gonna be no dudes there. I said, well, either I'm gonna stay home or I'm going to Corona.
That's right. There you go.
I ain't going. So we ain't even got to get into this argument, yo. So we gotta get up out of here. We gotta take a commercial break. Hopefully he logs in this Friday, the 23rd, at the Orlando Funny Bone side stage. Donald Evans will be closing out the show. So we're trying to get him on so he can promote the show, man. He's recent winner of Florida's Funniest. So hopefully for our next segment, we'll be joined by Donald Evans. We'll be right back. Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1. Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chair tonight, February 21st, Wednesday night. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Do us a favor, go out to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, follow us. If you want to see us on YouTube, you can check us out by following Real Laughs. And also, if you missed any of our shows over the past 7 years, we are in podcast format. Go to iHeart and search Real Laughs. Join the virtual studio with the big dog himself, Mr. James John. And we got a special guest kicking it with us tonight. This Friday, February 23rd, he will be at the Orlando Funny Bone side stage for Funny Fridays. He will be closing out the show. Recent winner of Florida's Funniest Comedian representing Orlando. You guys put your hands together for Mr. Donald Evans, everybody.
Oh no, I didn't know I didn't know if I should wait for the clap or what. So
yeah, we always say that, man. Donald, this is how we start off every show, man. When we have comedians on, we've had a ton of comics on this show. We have to know the origin story, my brother. We need to know how long you've been doing comedy, where did you start, and how was your first ever show?
Okay, so in high school I did a lot of stage acting. And then I tried to pursue that professionally for a few years once I graduated. I tried that I did some stuff in Virginia, where I'm originally from. I'm from Central Virginia. Then I moved down here to Florida when the opportunity presented itself, tried some stuff here, lived in Austin before it was cool. I lived there in like 2015, before, everybody decided to flock out there like a bunch of geese. Then came back here, and I kind of put it on the side burner or whatever. But I've always been a huge comedy fan. Like, even when I was a kid, I watched a lot of Mitch Hedberg. I watched a lot of other individuals from that time period, kind of like that early to mid 2000s, like, Comedy Central presents, and back when, you watch comedy on cable. Like stuff like Crank Yankers too, or not Crank Yankers. It was a show it was on Comedy Central. It was called Shorties Watching Shorties, and basically they would like animate comedians' bits. And I loved it, and I loved watching it. And when I stopped doing stage acting and stuff like that, I thought like, oh, is there another avenue by which I could try to perform and entertain and stuff like that? And I tried stand-up comedy. And I think you asked how my first time went. It was awful, dude. It was, and I think and what upsets me about you asking that question is you knew it was terrible, because nobody ever has a good first set. So you've brought me onto the radio to make me admit that my first time was garbage. And I will remember this for the rest of my life.
Hey, Donald, I hate to break your heart. Mine wasn't. And James either. So, Donald, you gotta understand, I brought 45 of my coworkers to see the first time. Now, that next week, though, myself, that next week, I ate a big one. But that first week, I did good. No, it's funny you say that. Every celebrity comedian that we've had on here, first show was great. None of them bombed. None of them bombed. Now, but all of our local comics we've had on this show, their first show, you're like, nah, man, it was bad. Wait, what venue was it?
It was an open mic at the Drunken Monkey Coffee House.
Let me get who put the mic in your hand.
I couldn't tell you. I don't.
What? You're supposed to remember. You're supposed to remember who Pedro Lima was the first person to put a mic in my hand.
Okay, but there's a difference between you remembering who put the mic in your hand because it was a good experience, and me trying to ignore and erase a trauma. Like, I'm not like you have this cool like memory of like, oh, 45 of my coworkers were there buying my t-shirts the first time I ever did an open mic.
Selling merch.
But I remember having cold sweats and shaking and wanting to hide under the couch. So we're not going to both remember the same things here, Ken.
That's funny.
Now, I got to ask this real quick, Donald, man. I love working with you, and I think I've told you that before. I've gotten the chance to work with you a few times. I love how smart your writing is. I want to ask, how long before you started to kind of figure this comedy thing out? Like, man, you started getting your footing on stage and your sets started getting better, man. How long was it until that started to happen for you?
I mean, it took a minute. So I had been writing when I started for the first year. I was writing a lot of bits and stuff, and I was writing a lot, and I was going to open mics, and it wasn't working. And then I remember I saw someone go up. I can't remember who it was. But they did a bit and it killed. I felt like this bit, it'll kill too. So then I just started stealing other people's jokes and doing those. And then that's when it started to work out. So yeah, that's how that works. So I just realized, like, if I stop writing my own stuff and I just start doing other people's bits that I really like, I'll find some great success.
I knew we was gonna get you on here. You was gonna be on some BS. I just knew it, bro. If you listening, man, Donald Evans this Friday, the 23rd, the Orlando Funny Bone side stage, man. Make sure you come through. It is a complimentary show. You can walk in and enjoy. And the brother's funny. If you don't believe me, I was there when he won Florida's Funniest the year before last. Donald, talk about that experiment, because I was there and I thought you had an amazing set. Talk about the Florida's Funniest experience for you.
Absolutely. No, and James, I was just kind of messing around.
I know.
I do want you to know that it did take, I do want to kind of answer the question. It did take around like 2 years. I remember, I think it's funny because when you start out, you're never as comfortable as you're going to be. Mm-hmm. And it's harder to mix like the version of you. Like there's a weird balance between like who you are in real life and who you are on stage. And the funniest people are like right in the middle of that thing.
Yes.
And then it just took me a while. Like I was writing jokes and they were jokes I was proud of and stuff like that, but I wasn't comfortable enough on stage to deliver them the way that I would naturally. So there was always this sort of like reluctance holding me back, this sort of like insecurity holding me back. I felt like I had to say my jokes in a certain manner to get them to work a certain way. And I think I tell people this all the time. You start getting much better at comedy, almost like the less you care. Like it's like, because I mean, when you're about to go up there and you're like shaking and you're nervous and you're going over your set and stuff like that, like you get in your head and you start getting in a way of like, oh, I'm going to do this the way I think the crowd wants. But I mean, if you're about to go up there and you're just like, I don't really like whatever, I'm gonna just do this. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up there and do it the way that I want to do it. Like a part of you comes through that the audience like sees. They like genuine, like they know you're being genuine and they know you're being you, and the crowd always knows. So I think it takes everybody a while, but I'd say it took me, I don't know, like 2 or some years before I got that level of comfort. As far as Florida's Funniest goes, that it's one of the best experiences in my career thus far. Like, I don't remember, Ken, how many people did we have? And I know it had to have been upward of 500.
Oh, talking about in the showroom?
Yeah, and like the West Palm.
Yeah, it was about 500 people. I want to say like 18 of you guys. And you shined that night. You, Jay Legend, Dwayne, you guys really shined that night. So I it was you and Jay Legend for me. So when they called your name, you know, I say this to everybody: don't nobody love Orlando comedy like I love Orlando comedy. True. And I was so happy for you that you won it, man. Like what was that? Like what was the feeling? Like when I said your name, what was going through your head?
I'm gonna answer your question. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Were you happy because I won, or were you happy because you won $100 off of me?
Both. And when I say both, BOFF, bro, both.
Love it, brother.
To answer your question, it was so strange because I couldn't really believe it. Because I mean, I had still kind of been riding the high off of the set itself. Because I mean, like you said, that venue, you know, if you had 500 people in there, and for some reason everybody was feeling it. Like everybody was just feeling what I was putting out there. And I tell people all the time, like, what we do shouldn't work. You know what I mean? Like in that particular instance, I had 500 strangers sitting in a room, and I had to somehow formulate something that each and every one of them together found funny enough to enjoy. And it like shouldn't work, like just mathematically or statistically, no one should be able to do that. But for some reason, it just all came together that night. And I'll forever be indebted to that crowd because, you know, again, like even if I hadn't won, that set alone would have been a highlight of my career and maybe life to this point. But man, it was a rush. Like I don't know if I've ever had a better time. And then for you to call my name and to actually win that competition was, I almost couldn't feel it because I was almost like maxed out because I was still maxed out from like the feeling of the set, like even having such a good set. So I mean, I don't want to say I didn't feel it, but it was one of those things that I was kind of numb to until I was like an hour into the car ride home, where I was like,
yeah,
it's funny. So, like
and I feel you, bro. When I won it, I was pretty much the same way. What I love about what you said is you were like, dude, even if I didn't win, that set was just so good. Because most comics would be like, man, I should have won. I had the best set. You were like, even if I didn't win, that set was just so good.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Like,
yeah, that's crazy. That's how I felt. Like to that point, like again, I don't think I'd ever performed for a crowd that large. So, I mean, I think there was even a point because I think we had, what was it, 5 or 6 minutes? Yeah. You know, there was a point where, and God, I'm going to sound like, nobody's going to come to my show because I'm going to sound like the most condescending guy in the world. But there was a moment where they all wanted to stop and applaud. And I had to straight up tell them, like, I'm sorry, I don't have time for this. And luckily they found that funny. And luckily they found the humor in me having to sort of like rush through it. But it was one of those things where it's like, you know, this was such a defining moment for me. Like, this was such a good set. Like, I can't really feel better than this, you know, like this is, I do this to perform. Like I joined the competition, but I don't really do it for like accolades or anything. I do it to entertain. I think like all of us do, or most of us do. And to give that many people that much and have them reciprocate it was incredible.
Nice. For you listening, guys, we got Donald Evans on this Friday. He will be closing out Orlando's Funny Bone side stage. Show time is 7:30. It is a complimentary show. You can walk right on in. We got about 2 minutes left, James. I was going to ask you something. Did you have something?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I just want to tell people, if you've not seen Donald Evans perform before, do yourself a favor and come see him Friday while the tickets are complimentary, because there's going to become a time, and it's going to come soon, where you're going to have to pay big dollars to see that brother perform, because he's that damn funny.
He is really that funny, man. Donald, we got 1 minute and 30 seconds left. I need real quick, worst show you've ever had.
Oh God. Okay. Real quick. So, all right. It wasn't a show. It was an open mic. It was an open mic. I went to a place. I'm not going to say what the place is, but I do hate them. And the name is Copper Rocket. And so I was there, and it was a terrible night of comedy. It's always a terrible night of comedy. I strongly dislike this location. And I was doing a set, and the whole crowd just turned on me. Like they were telling me to like unalive myself. Like it was awful. Like everybody was going off. And eventually the manager comes in, starts screaming about the set or whatever. Then the bartender starts yelling at me. I start yelling at the bartender. The bartender's like 6'5", right? But we're threatening to fight each other. I'm 5'9". There's no way I would have won, but man, I was shouting at him. And so me and the bartender are going back and forth. Eventually, like I get escorted out of the bar, like some bottles behind the bar got knocked over or whatever. So there's glass. And so I can't go back to Copper Rocket open mic anymore. But that was probably hands down the worst experience in comedy I've ever had. Like I have not before or since gotten into an altercation with management or a bartender. But yeah, so
Hey,
please expect that level of unhingedness when you come see my complimentary show on Friday.
hey, man. Hey, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't forget this Friday, the 23rd, man. Donald Evans, the Orlando Funny Bone side stage, 7:30. Go check them out. Donald, you got 10 seconds. Tell them where they can find you at on social media.
You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Donald Evans is your friend. I'm also on Facebook, but if you're not 70 years old, you don't know what that is. And I also have a YouTube channel under Donald Evans. You can find me in any of those spots.
Cool, cool. Well, brother, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Be safe, man, and all that good stuff. We got to take a commercial break. We'll be right back. Real Last Real Radio 104.1. Back, Real Last Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chat tonight. Go out to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, follow us. Go to YouTube and subscribe. We still trying to hit 200 subscribers. We 25 away. So stop what you're doing right now. I don't care if you're driving. Stop on I-4.
Stop. Yeah.
Go to YouTube and find Real Last and subscribe. And if you miss any of our shows in podcast format, you can check us out on iHeart and search Real Last. We are a radio show first. Getting a podcast. People are like, I won't come on your little podcast. No, we are a radio
show
that we put in the podcast format. If you caught it, we came on laughing. Because James will tell you I have this thing where I don't drink beer.
No, you don't.
I am a whiskey drinker. And if
yes,
you are drinking beer, James, that means I ain't got what?
No money.
No money.
Yeah. Hey, so forget following me on social media. Y'all can follow me on my Cash App. Black Panther 69. Okay. I'm out of work. I'm unemployed.
Yo, hit me up at Vibranium 1977, bro.
Hey, y'all can watch me on OnlyFeet. Y'all can right now.
Hey, Jay, and that's a great segue because I wanted to ask you this about the job thing because I went through what you went through.
Yes.
I was still doing comedy. So technically I wasn't unemployed because I was doing comedy. So technically I had a job. But I called myself unemployed because I didn't have a traditional job.
A 9 to 5.
I mean? Has your pattern of life changed?
No. Here's the thing. No. Because you know me, I've always been a guy that cooks. I've always cooked dinner. Even when I was working my 9 to 5, I would come home and cook dinner. I was always a guy to help out my wife around the house. So like cleaning and stuff. So that I've always been doing that. I've always done this radio show. I've always done comedy on the weekend. And I've been doing my 2 podcasts to get paid for the past year and a half. So everything's the same except me going to that brick building every day.
Okay.
Everything's the same.
Yeah,
everything's the same, man. Like
that because for me, the one thing that truly changed for me was my sleep.
No, I sleep
because I'm at home all day in comedy at night, so I would sleep. Like I was used to getting up early in the morning. So my first couple of months, I'm like, okay, I'm still getting up early, but then I would get up early and go back to sleep, and then be sleeping like noon or 1 o'clock.
I can't, and this is a weird thing for me. I can't sleep while it's light out.
Oh,
I can't do it. My body won't let me do it. Like I'll be tired, I can be exhausted, but if it's light outside, my body's like, nah, bro, we awake, man. It's daytime. You gotta stay up.
It's daytime. So you could go somewhere like Alaska when it's daytime for 6 months.
I'll be up for 6 months watching back episodes of Jerry Springer. Like just nothing to do, just sitting there. Hey, man, I can't wait till fall. I can fall asleep.
Yo,
Bruh.
That's funny. Yeah, that changed for me. And I'm trying to think what else. I think it was just sleep. Everything else was pretty much the same for me. So then when I went back to working, I was working 12 to 9 because I had to get training at the new job. But my body was still kind of used to sleeping till like 12 or 1.
That's funny.
So I would wake up because it don't matter what, dude. I'm waking up at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning
because we've been programmed to do that. If I have
nowhere to go, I can go back to sleep. And I would go back to sleep, and I wake up at 11:15, and I got to be to work at noon.
Wow.
So I'm late every day at this new job. I got to stop at Wawa and get a coffee, get a sandwich.
A sandwich, right?
And every day, bro, I was late every damn day at this job because my sleep pattern was messed up. So then now at the job I'm at now, You know, I work at 7 o'clock in the morning. Got to get up at 6 because I got to drive to it. So now I feel like I'm back on my normal
your
pattern
schedule.
of schedule. I still
I
sleep
see.
like 4 hours a night, but I still get up at 6 in the morning, 7 I go to work, and then I'm back to that day. But it took me a few months to even adjust back working.
I understand.
It took me
What probably has me on the same regimen also, I'm doing that 75 hard program, and you
Mhm.
have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning because that's when my wife wakes up to do her workout, and we were doing it together. So I still get up at 5 o'clock and work out with her. And once I'm up, I'm up. I can't sleep during the day because it's daylight now by 6 o'clock in the morning. It's weird out here in these streets, man. So
Yeah.
I'm still on that regimen of working out when she gets home too. So that's kind of kept my sleep pattern right. Because if you work out twice a day, you are not staying up late. I don't care who you are. You could be The Rock. Your ass is going to bed by 9:30.
So then my other question. So you do the podcast on Saturday with Kaufman.
I do. Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Okay, and what day you do Devin's podcast?
We do probably 6 episodes a month. We try to do 3 at each time. So we do it twice a month with him, twice a month with Kaufman.
Okay. So now James is at home during the day.
Yep.
What James watching on TV?
Wow, that's a great question. I'm not really watching TV during the day. Let me tell you why. It's because of the time of year that we're in. I am getting all my tax information gathered up right now, which takes a while because I do it for Real Laughs and I do it for my comedy and I do it for my normal job. So it's a lot of, okay, let me claim all the miles I did for this. Let me claim the miles for Real Laughs. Let me get all the expense reports done for my comedy. Let me get all the expense done for Real Laughs. So right now it's every day just gathering information and doing taxes. But if I was at home, nothing to do, I'll be watching anime. I'd be catching up on all the anime that I love. That's what James would be watching. I won't be watching like daytime TV. Like I don't think anybody does that anymore except people that are 60 and over. Like I ain't gonna be watching none of that. I'm just gonna be watching cartoon. That's what James is gonna be doing.
Dog, I'm already on my Matlock.
Yeah, you love
on my
crime dramas. Yeah, man.
So Spectrum, you know who we hate. Has a box of Zumu box. It's like a little small square box because they got rid of the big cable box.
The big box, yeah, they don't got that no more.
And they got Zumu has a channel, and it's all just Dateline. And I just watched Dateline.
You love Dateline, man.
Bro, I was telling my wife the other day, I was like, yeah, he ain't the killer. They don't never show the killer the first 15 minutes. He ain't the killer. Because it'll be 30 minutes and they'll introduce somebody like, yo, there's no way that Michelle killed James. That doesn't happen in the first 15 minutes. And they'll introduce like, yeah, and then James moved in with Miguel and Jeff Kaufman. You be like, one of them the killer.
Yep.
One of them dudes the killer. One of them the killer.
Mm-hmm.
One of them the killer. And then Kaufman stole your scooter, and then they took the DNA off and realized Kaufman was the one that murdered James.
Yep, and there you go.
They done took this story that could have lasted 3 minutes and then stretched it to an hour with commercials.
That's right. With sponsors. They put sponsors with this bullet. With this BS, man.
So when I was home, it was all I would put on. Like they has a Matlock channel. They got an Unsolved Mysteries channel, FBI Files.
Okay.
I'm watching that.
I got to ask you this because I think you got that from the same place I got my shows. My mom, when I was growing up, would watch Matlock. She would watch Dateline. She would watch Unsolved Mysteries. That was her joint. Who in your family was watching those shows to make you like them the way you do?
My mama.
Your mom. It was your mom, right?
And because Matlock was I think it was like either Sunday or Tuesday night. It was like a weird night, but it was one of them. It was like a school night, so you're in the house.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? It's nothing like what these kids now.
Talk about it, kid, because they don't understand.
We literally sat around with the family and watched TV.
We had one TV in the house.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that again for all you people. We had one TV. Okay,
and we had two. One in my mama room, one in the living room.
Yes.
And later in my life, as we got older and started working, and one of my brothers, not gonna say his name, might have been a big time drug dealer.
Oh wow.
Right, we all had TVs in our rooms, but you know what I'm saying. But they were little 13-inch. It wasn't nothing.
Yeah,
You know,
wasn't
ain't
crazy.
nothing to
Bro,
pop off
back in
about.
the day, the 32-inch was a big TV. Remember that? The big old 32-inch?
When I moved in the military, I bought a 19-inch color TV from the PX, and you would have thought
Ooh.
I had an 85-inch TV in my room, dog.
19-inch, bruh.
Bro, had the Sega Genesis hooked up to it, bro. You would have thought I had bought an 85-inch TV, bro. For real.
Bro, you good one. My wife
Yeah.
just bought me some coffee. Look at this, man.
Well, I don't know how you do it, bro. I drank
Mm.
coffee. I drank coffee Sunday. You know, Sean had went out and had a girls' night, and I was helping her out, pack the car and get stuff ready. And
Yeah.
it was like halfway during my work day, and at 1:00, I drink a cup of what's the Bustelo.
Oh, Cafe
Bro,
Bustelo. Yeah.
I ain't go to sleep till 2:00 in the morning. My heart was doing Breaking Electric Boogaloo. Ain't nobody. Hey, my heart was dancing with the broom outside the grocery store, bro.
Bro, that Bustelo ain't nothing to play with, by the way, sir.
But I could not sleep. But yeah, man, I got my first TV. I never used a
19-inch
Sega Genesis. I had a stereo in my room with a 6-disc changer, bro.
Not the 6 on them. That's the 6.
That you can program songs on it, dog. So you know it'll go from one CD to the other.
It can.
Yeah.
Did you have the VC Aura?
Bro, I had a VC Aura, bro.
Aura, come on, man. What's that down the VC Aura?
At one point, bro, I had a VCR DVD combo.
What they know about that, man?
Because anybody here listening that were military, we would try to be the first in the barracks to get something before anybody else. Like
it was a competition, right?
It was a dude to roll up. He got 2 15s in the trunk, and you like, okay, well, I'm gonna put a house speaker in there. Hey, James. One point, I had Earth, Wind, and Fire in my trunk. The whole band. You got some 15s, bro.
Right.
Hey, I done pulled up and New Edition got out the back of the trunk.
Bro.
Hey, this dude got Prince and the New Generation.
They back there. I don't love her. I tried to tell myself.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh, bro, it's been a fun night, man. It's just me and Jay's kicking it, man. We got about 2 minutes left. Guys, do us a favor. Please make sure you go out to social media and follow us, man.
Yes.
We need you on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Also, go out to YouTube. Our shows are going to being popped up. And I'm also posting our News Fuse skits and stuff. So make sure you check us out, the News Fuse. We got some big things coming up for the News Fuse. And for all you people who watch, we are doing very great. Shout out to everybody that watched us when the Daytona 500 got postponed, and then 2 black dudes, a Spanish dude, and 2 white dudes just popped up on their TV. I know they're like, that ain't no damn Dale Earnhardt Jr.
That is not Dick Trickle right there. That is not
Trickle, yo. But this weekend I'm at Mad Caps in Palm Bay. So you're in the Palm Bay area, make sure you check me out. James, where you at this weekend, bro?
Well, it's Wednesday night, so I am actually in DeBerry for Mr. Dean Napolitano at Wise Guys, man. It's his last show he's doing there, man. Great room. And this weekend, I will be in Springfield, Illinois at Donnie B's.
Love Donnie B's, man. I actually flew into St. Louis.
That's where I'm going.
So I can go to Sweetie Pie's soul food restaurant. It's closed now. It's closed now.
Yeah.
My son was killing people. But but we got to get up out of here, man. Guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in this week, man. We truly appreciate it. All brand new shows all this week. Also, too, we are looking for sponsors. So you want to get up on here, we'll put a commercial on the radio for you. You can come on here and promote your stuff, and we'll let you talk about it, man. We appreciate it. Miguel ain't here. Kaufman ain't here, but it's me and James, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. James, tell them what to do.
Take your ass to bed.
Good night.